Okay, so we have the big arc. Check, check. We have a locking mechanism. We have the weights for the big one. We have the backdrop with the green mesh. We have a cross, papel picado with pink construction paper that goes in the back. We have...
All right, we're ready to go. Basically, we got everything we need.
All right, guys, we got here to our destination in Stockton. We have a bautizo and a second birthday party. Did I say that right? Segundo año birthday party. We're gonna unload. We have a pretty big setup. It's gonna be about 18 feet wide. And we brought the big boy out today, the big rainbow arc that's 8 feet by 8 feet. And the aesthetic is Cielito Lindo with the colors of rosa palo and sage green. Let's get started. What? What flowers? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Of like the products that I buy as in like outsourcing from different stores. These baskets were only $16.99 at Home Goods. And I got 2 of these for the nopales. We're gonna put them in here. I think they're really pretty. Let me show you the other one. So they're relatively the same size, same shape. It's the same design. Just if you look at this one, it has a little bit of a darker tela here than this one. But honestly, I like a little bit of off balance. It doesn't all have to be matchy-matchy. As you can see, I'm sweating. Even if it's windy outside, even on days where it's raining, it's a workout. There's a lot of heavy movement. There's a lot of heavy weights, a lot of heavy madera pieces. And you know, we're moving fast because we're trying to beat the time, especially because, well, this party starts at 4. It's currently, let me see, 1:02. We're well within time frame, but oh my gosh, you guys, I'm like, I can't stop sweating. We're well within time frame, but I do like to finish a good hour before events start because I want to give the family time to take content, you know, with las mesas y los centros de mesa and everything put together. And I also want some time to take some content with everything put together. I don't provide tablescapes, but I love it when the families themselves create the tablescapes, and in this case that's the case. They set out the table runners and the centerpieces, and I like to take a video at the end of everything just to show you how everything meshes together. All right, let's keep working. Well, sometimes things happen and we have to think on the spot, but as you can see, the top additive, the top like long skinny piece doesn't match the white of the actual art. We're gonna remove it and I'm just gonna work with what I can. I think I have a good solution in mind, but with that being said, lesson learned, if I paint something the night before, I have to make sure that it matches exactly whatever piece I have in storage. So if you're trying to do your own backdrop business, take that note from me. Ahora vamos a armar este igual como el otro. This little sticker is not supposed to be here. Okay, so this one's for the short one. These two are the same size, so it doesn't matter where they go. These are actually kind of cool, so I kind of want to show you. Let me just get rid of this little sticker. You always want to carry a little stash of tools. You never know when you will need them. This is a paint opener, but I could use it with anything else, for anything else. Tweezers. Obviously these for my vinyls. A little measuring tape, super cool, always helpful. What else? Oh, I have 2 tweezers, cool. All right, we're gonna use this. Porque in the cactus, there's like this little, where you insert the second piece on top, and that little insertion is, it's caught like with foam, like with the same material of the cactus. So, let's see if I can solve it. Va. Ok, ahí quedaron los dos. Vamos a ver cómo quedan. Okay, so I don't know if you can even see no, I don't think you'll be able to see my phone, but this is the picture. We'll probably show it on screen. And I constantly reference this to make sure that I'm getting it right. Miren qué hermosas están estas flores. La merita verdad, they're beautiful. Now I have to leave them out because I'm not sure which is which yet, so. This is my metal frame that I use to stand the flowers. Gotta secure the notches here. Para que no se nos resbale. This ground is unstable, so what we do to like offset that is we bring weights, which we'll show you in a close-up in a bit. But here is our first one. I'm trying to figure out if this is left or right. Look how gorgeous these are. So this one is gonna be the left piece. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, so you see that the metal frame is actually taller than the flower set itself. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it down. Before I do that, gotta make sure I secure these flowers. It's a little hard working with a little bit of a smaller space. Oh, there we go. And shedding is normal, of course. I'll just like put them back into the box. Where are my other pieces? Here they are. Okay. Now I found what I was looking for. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna bring this one down. Hopefully that's a good size. If not, no problem, we'll fix it again. Antes de eso, necesito sacar mis zip ties. I use these to secure my flowers. They're reusable. They have a little notch here you press down and then slide out to reuse. So I just insert these through the back part of my flowers and tie them with the metal frame. Soy la patrona aquí, ni modo de no dirigir. People need instruction on what to do and how to do it. At the end of the day, like, I'm the visionary, you know, I'm the backdrop designer, and he doesn't necessarily know what the setup looks like until the day of, but that's through instruction. My husband's very much of a, all right, let's go, put everything in the car that you need. Once we get there, you just let me know what needs to be done. So with this, I'm actually gonna bring it closer to show you guys. Here's the back part. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to secure like a middle section. I usually like to run it through the foam. This time I'm not, because the width of the foam is already skinny, and I don't want to make too many holes into it. So here we are. Actually, let's bring this a little down. I like to base myself off these ridges, bridge 1, bridge 2, because I use those as extra anchors when I need to. So here, what I'm gonna do is, there we go. And what I like to do is I move this so that this part here uses this as a reinforcer when I tighten it. So I could literally let this go and it should stand. I'm gonna bring more to show you how to do it. When we're in outdoor places like this one, it is a little windy today, and thank goodness that there's coverage like with the tent, but when it's out in the open, I like to use as many of these as possible to really reinforce and secure the flowers to the metal frame. So here, como ven, you could still see part of this frame. I'm gonna bring that frame down because we don't want that. We want these flowers to look as seamless as possible. So what I'm gonna have to do is loosen up the top zip tie a little so it could give me a little bit of wiggle room to actually move this frame down. Oh, I really tightened this up. Ay, si se preguntan qué está haciendo mi hermana, está poniendo el color rosa. Es papel de construcción durable. It's a construction paper. And she's putting that behind the papel picado backdrop so that when you see it from the front, you see a pink color to it. As you can see, the colors are sage green and rosa palo, or light pink, whatever you want to call it. So just make sure that it fits right in the middle, okay?
He estado pensando si debo respetar el juramento que me hice de no buscarte. Pensando si ese pobre puñetas que compartes.
So we are finally done. It is 2:53. I honestly don't remember what time we got here. A setup of this caliber and this length usually takes around 2 hours. But that's with a 2-people team. This time we had 3 people. I brought my sister with me. I do still think though that we took almost 2 hours. I will say that the biggest detail comes with definitely the vinyl, number 1. Number 2, the flowers. As you can see, we used a 4-piece floral set here. And what you're not seeing behind the camera is that in the entrance next to the welcome sign, which we will show you, there's another floral component out there as well. These flowers need time because we need to fluff them up. We need to put them back into their intended shape. When we travel them in the boxes, obviously they're squished and compounded. So when we take them out, we need to expand them and quite literally go stem by stem, flower by flower, fluffing these up. And of course, as you guys saw, what takes a little bit more time are the actual floral arcs. The right, that's about 6 feet tall, and this one is about, well, they're literally the same, just right shaped and left shaped. And of course, you guys saw there's a lot of like on-site in real time sort of problem solving. One of the biggest issues we faced today was that the additive, the additional top part of the 8x8 of rainbow squared arc was not the right tone of white for the rest of the arc. And I didn't want imperfection. I didn't want for it to look mismatchy, janky. I really want quality and what looks best, right? So I had to tweak the letters up. Initially, the first row was supposed to be, which is what is shown up there, Elian and Kaeli. And right underneath it was supposed to be Nuestro Bautizo y Segundo Rodeo. But again, we didn't have the space because I didn't add that. I didn't keep that additional piece on top. So I had to move and put it towards the center. You kind of just sometimes have to do problem solving on site, and you have to be quick on your feet. You know, it could be a little stressful, but you can't let that show because your clients most of the time are on site and they're watching. Not everything, but you know, they're on site. Number 2, I think it's important to always be prepared, and I think some of the lessons learned for today are definitely carry paint with you. We usually do. Today, honestly, we forgot it, and it just kind of sucks. I don't think you can see it from the camera, but if you look closely, there are some spots that have smudges. Of course, to the bigger eye, people that aren't really keen to like looking at these small details, no big deal. I think it still looks fabulous. I think it still looks beautiful. I think it's, if you're really close and you're really paying attention, which I don't imagine anyone would. Like, why would they go up and inspect the paint of a, you know, wooden pieces? They wouldn't. But to a perfectionist eye and to a designer backdrop, you know, designer like myself, of course I notice these things, and in the moment it's kind of like, fuck, like, you know, you don't want that. But again, you can't, the show doesn't stop here. You have to keep moving, you have to keep working forward until the final design. And sometimes things have to be tweaked on spot, and I will show you what the initial mock-up looked like. It's not too different, but it's a little bit different. Overall, I really liked the result, and thanks for like following along. This is the first video of many. This is the series for Viva la Vida Designs and Rentals, And of course, as we get more used to setting up with camera and equipment, you'll get better content from us. I hope that you learned a thing or two if you're thinking of joining the backdrop industry, and if you're thinking of starting your own backdrop designing business. I hope you did learn a thing or two. I also consider myself a beginner. I'm still an amateur in my eyes. I'm only 1 year in and I still have a lot to learn.
Esto no significa nada, nada más te imaginé en mi cama hasta las 10 de la mañana. Confieso, aunque me duela, a veces me haces falta y no sé qué pase, porque es de noche, porque los plebes quieren desmadre, y si no es muy tarde, pues yo te marco y en una de esas quieres que pase.
Started? Okay. All right, guys, we got back to our destination to pick up. This is about an 18 feet, 19 feet long backdrop, and usually our pickups go by faster than our setups, obviously. Let's see if we could actually do this in 30 minutes or less. I'm gonna go ahead and put my timer on, starting now. So let me show you. Let's roll. Gotta get the boxes to put my flowers in. Vámonos.
Mi amor no significa nada, nada más te imaginé en mi cama hasta las 10 de la mañana. Y confieso, aunque me duela, esta noche me haces falta y no sé qué pase, porque es de noche, porque los plebes quieren desmadre, y si no es muy tarde, pues yo te marco y en una de esas quieres que pase.
All right, y'all, 29 minutes and 50 seconds. See that? We're pretty much done here. I said that the goal was to do it in less than 30 minutes. We hit the 30-minute mark now. I think it counts. We did a great job, especially because this setup was really big. Again, 18 to 19 feet long. As you can tell, I'm out of breath. Sacramento, the valley, it's hot out here. It's the beginning or late spring, almost beginning of summer. And y'all know, if y'all from the valley or Sacramento, you know it's freaking hot. So all done. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating so much. As you can see, this is hard labor, it's hard work. So not only do we charge for the rental of the items, keep in mind that the items that I sent to get fabricated with a craftsman, with a carpenter, those have big fees as well. And through multiple use and wear and tear, there will be a point where I would have to replenish them, refurbish them, or just get them made again brand new. So there is a separate rental charge for each item, as it should be, because that is in essence the whole gist of this industry, right? You are paying us to rent these items. On top of that, there is a labor cost, because as you could see, it takes us a lot of time and it is very labor intensive to not only set up, to break down. And as with anything, the setup of things is usually a lot more tedious, time consuming, because we really have to pay attention to the details. And I am very meticulous with that. I make sure that every flower is fluffed up well and shaped well, and all the items are almost, symmetrical and placed correctly. And the application of the vinyl takes along, as you guys might have seen already in our previous video, which is where we showed you how we set this beautiful one up. But the breakdown of it, yeah, it could be fast. 30 minutes is pretty fast for the amount it initially took us to set up, which is 2 hours. But in 30 minutes, we're moving fast. There's no breaks. We barely have time to catch a break. There is, oh man, I'm sweating. You know, there are heavy things. As you guys saw, there are so many dumbbells that we have to carry back and forth. As in, like, when we first arrive, we bring them down, and then we pick up, we take them back. And then there's also the assortment of items in the trailer, which we will show you as well at the end of this video. It's a lot of work. It is so much work. So that is why there is a rental charge, there's a labor cost, and then there's also a transportation fee. Y'all know with gas prices, even if gas prices weren't as exploitive as they are now, you know, people spend gas on transporting these items, especially when the location is an hour and a half away from me. And when we're hauling a trailer, it spends more gas. And these are all the sort of other costs associated with an invoice for such a backdrop setup, because otherwise the client themselves wouldn't, you know, they probably don't have a trailer. They probably don't want to spend tons of money, hundreds of dollars in fabricating these backdrops for what? Like, you're going to store them in, because you only use them once, maybe at most 2-3 times. Like, it's not worth it for people that aren't in the industry to spend money out of their own pocket. I think it's better to just have someone take care of it, someone do the hard labor pickup and heavy and sweating for you, and enjoy the party. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.